First down, Kaiser. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
On third down, Kaiser. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 44 yards. They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They'll set up to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how deep.
Kaiser hit and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. An 8-yard gain, so that gets them halfway there. Now they're left with a third and 8 more. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A handoff as they run the counter play. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he is out of bounds just a yard or two shy of the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They go play action here on first down. Airing it out deep for Woods. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Oakland. 53 yards. About 3 yards there to the 27. Second down following the run. Now they'll run it on the toss. And now running right through it. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. Back to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
Without a doubt, the fade route is tough to stop if your wide receiver and quarterback are on the same page and the ball is placed in the proper spot.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football. What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, and they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. From the gun, Kaiser. And the Raiders have got him. This is a nice little stretch he's putting together. Remember, 3 sacks last week.
And now he's off to the races in this game because he thinks, okay, that's the start of something big because he's in a zone. He's locked in. So offensively.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking it about the 36. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll look to throw here. Going right side here, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, and now he bowls him over. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first. Looking to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Now they got to get to the line quickly. That was second down throw for Kaiser. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 3rd down, that's Reese, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! Gone!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Let's go! Gone!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Here we go. Green, Leopard! Leopard! Over! Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, look. No. Check. Patriot!
They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
On is the punter King to send it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Now, I'm not going to say you completely abandoned the passing game, but it would really behoove them to get this running game going more.
That's the identity most teams are seeking. Able to establish themselves, control the game by running it, have to touch it multiple times in order to have success in this game.
As we say, yeah, that's right. As we say all the time, that sets up the passing game. I feel like a broken record with that.
Listen, we can be broken records all we want. Bottom line is, lather up that big horse and let him run. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. Patrick Mahomes, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one.
Patriot! Set! Blue landing! Over! Gone! Back 99 Philly! Here we go!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to roam now. He finds an opening past the 40. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Now let's go! Back 99 Philly! Here we go! Gone! Hurry up! Here we go! 3-19! Watch it now, Barney!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. They'll look to throw here on first down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free. Because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. They're going to look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And, you know, he may not have the franchise tag, but I bet they're relieved to have that deal done, keep him around.
And he's a good guy, a valuable player to them, and they wanted to make sure they had him around. Good team chemistry, always hard to find, and when you've got it, you don't want to let it get away.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it third down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They'll throw here. Kaiser, and he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They convert on third with a gain of 22. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating point.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a third and still about 12 to go.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Kaiser from the gun on third. Over the middle, complete. It's Reese. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line.
Pass, offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that off. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slam.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They win it at half.
And he loses the football a second time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just heading straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to get to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Here we go.
Second down, Kaiser throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And now it's third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 10. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time for the Raiders. 55 yards. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. No. Check. Patriot.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Kaiser. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 6 there on 1st. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, then...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Right side complete. That's Woods. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, we're going to sell the go. Just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now they'll run it on the toss. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And he'll give it here to his running back. And down to the 36-yard line here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. That one looks like he'll throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Red zone opportunity. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's got it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
Let's go!
One final shot for Kaiser. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for the Raiders, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get an